Today on Lean To Customs, I'm going to be working on the Belair, trying to put this fuel tank in it. This is a fuel tank out of a 91 to 96 B body. It's about the same size, but it's got the pump in the tank, because on this car I'm just running the factory tank up here to a knockoff fuel filter or fuel pump, and it's super noisy, so we're going to try to get rid of this, make it quieter, because this thing just screams, especially since it's warming up. It just very annoying, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, here's the two tanks next to each other. They're about the same width. This Roadmaster tank on the left is deeper, and the Belair tank is a little longer, but it should fit in there. We might have to massage the floor. Got the new fuel pump in there installed, getting ready to put the sock on it, and then we'll drop it in the tank. Okay, got the tank all put together. We test fit it in the car, but because this tank has a hump where the fuel pump and sending unit goes, the car does not, so we're gonna cut the floor out right here so we can set the tank up flush, and that'll make it easier because I can put a flange on the inside, so if I need to mess with the fuel pump in the future, I can pull the little piece off instead of having to drop the tank. We've got a template drawn up here that took entirely too long to make. Used this piece of hose and held it on the lines so we could get our semicircle, and it seemed to work pretty good. So we're going to get that cut out and transferred to the car and then get it cut out, because when it's on my car, everyone just wants to cut everything apart.
That's right.
Okay, here's the gas tank installed temporarily with the factory straps. Just kind of sits up in there. Gonna have to lengthen the neck. Can you stop?
Pull the block over there and I'll let it down to the top of it.
And here's the bottom of the hole we cut out. We'll show you here from the top. Okay, here is the hole from the top. Probably could have been a little smaller, but I'm gonna end up covering all that back up anyways. But now if I need to upgrade my fuel pump or something later on, it'll be much easier to do so. Got the fuel tank mounted up, got some rubber in there, keep it from sliding around. We'll see how it does with these original straps. Got the old noisemaker fuel pump taken off. It's a Chinese knockoff of a Walbro fuel pump. Got the new filter here. Can't see it because the light's behind you. It's off of like a 95 Chevy pickup, something fuel injected. Got some barbed fittings on it and one of the straps off of the old fuel pump. And we're gonna stick it right back up in here where the fuel pump is and tie it in with some new rubber lines and new clamps, and should be pretty much good to go. Here's how it is, pretty much done except for the fuel neck. Gonna try to get the fuel neck off of the Roadmaster this came out of, so we don't have to chop up the original tank. Got the original wiring from the Roadmaster ran back, grounded here. There's it tied into the original sending unit wire, and then the power wires run forward back towards where the other fuel pump was. We're gonna tidy all this up. All these air lines and the wiring will be tucked away a little better. And up front, we got the fuel lines ran, still have to tighten them up. Once we let the car down, we can get in the trunk and tighten those up a lot easier. The fuel filter is mounted. Looks pretty good there. So we're gonna let it down, tighten up the clamps, and try to put some gas in it and see if it'll run. Okay, we got a old heater hose here stuck into the tank just to get some fuel in there. We're gonna cycle the key a few times and check for leaks. It's a lot quieter. Oh, is it leaking by the filter? Yeah, it's leaking by the filter real good. Real good. All right, we're going to pick her back up and see what's going on. The filter is leaking pretty bad, and the reason is because I got real excited when I put it in here and I didn't actually tighten the fittings up in the filter. I just screwed them in with my fingers. So we're going to tighten those up and try it again, see how that goes. Okay, we're under the car. Dad's in the car. We're going to cycle the key again. Looks dry on the filter now. Helps to tighten the fittings up. Tech tip there. Don't see anything leaking back here. Go ahead and fire it up. Oh, see a leak here. What are we leaking? Okay, return line is leaking. Go ahead and kill it. All right, we'll address that and try it again. All right, the the clamp we had on the fuel line wasn't working, wasn't any good, so we got two of these old school clamps. We just double clamped it since we don't have, these aren't fuel injection clamps. Now we're gonna cycle the key and try it again. Go ahead and... Okay, looks good. Go ahead and fire it up. Oh yeah! Now that the fuel pumps are quiet, you can hear all the exhaust leaks. That's just something else to fix. And from the back of the car, the tank isn't really that visible once it's on the ground. So probably in that video here, all we got to do is just put the neck on it, and then we'll be all set. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.